Oh my God, Warriors! What a great weekend I had. So again, back in media for another weekend. Right, the week before is the Media Film Fest, which was spectacular. Ooh, where's my microphone? You guys can't hear me if I'm mic'd up here. All right, so this past weekend was the Great Media Comicon. It was fantastic. Okay, ton of people there. I was surprised, right? The amount of people that were there, but they went over and above, for what they did. So it started out Friday night. So Friday night they had the movie Back to the Future with Claudia Wells, who was Jennifer in the first Back to the Future movie, which was Michael J. Fox's girlfriend. Okay, she only had like maybe 10 minutes worth of scenes and maybe like 3 lines of dialogue, right? But she was cute. He was dating her in the movie, right? So there it goes. And they were trying to get somebody in the movie to come, and they got her. So, but it was great because out front they had a DeLorean. They had Prof Brown, right? He was there, and the DeLorean was great. I mean, it was the DeLorean, and had everything in it. I mean, you go in, you can see the computer with the dates on it, right? You had the Mister Fusion hooked onto the back. It was great, and you got to sit in it, right? And then when you went in, right, did a little where you can go in and get your pictures taken with her. It was like expensive, but you know, it's a Comic Con. You're going to spend money on stuff, right? So went in, right, had a great. Then they showed the movie, and the movie was great. I haven't seen Back to the Future on a big screen since it came out in '85. Okay, I saw that in 1985 at the movies. All right, yeah, I'm friggin' old. Okay, old. So so then Claudia came out right afterwards, had a little Q&A. People were asking questions. She was very nice. It was fun, right? And I got to say, you guys did a great kickoff. Then on Saturday and Sunday, they were in the media community center, which is behind the police station, right? So I had to like kind of walk like this as I was going in. Shh, don't tell them I was there. Anyway, so you go in, right? It probably had like 30 vendors, right? Then they had, Claudia Wells was there. She was signing autographs and pictures and stuff. Then they also had Jason from Jason got to place Jason Voorhees in the Friday 13th movies. He was there signing autographs, talking about stuff, and he was pretty cool. I mean, I chat him up with a little bit, right? Then they had a couple people who were animators, right? And they were there, and they were fantastic. They had a lot of like advice for people wanting to get into, animation and drawing comics and things like that. They were great. Then they had another panel, right, where they had two people that were from, pardon me, they would do voiceovers and things like that, right? And there was one girl that was there, right, and she had done a, a ton of voiceovers, and she had a really great voice. And then one part they were doing a cold read, and she had to be like talk like a Midwestern mom, and she did, and it was great, right? And then they had another guy, and the guy who did voiceovers and stuff. He's been in a ton of anime, right? I'm not in anime, but the people there all knew what it was, and he's apparently pretty famous. But he was really cool. Gave a lot of good advice, and I was actually up talking with him afterwards about getting into the business with voiceovers. With a voice like this, with a face like this, I ain't going to be famous. With a voice like this, you never know, right? And then, all right, and then they had the people from Delco the movie. Now they were there on Friday, and you saw a special preview, right, which was pretty cool, right? But then they were there Saturday and Sunday talking to everybody. I can't wait for this movie to come out, and I hope it's a lot better than the last two that came out. We're not talking about Mayor Easttown, right? That was pretty good, but there was the one movie from the guy from Bonner made, and it was about this bar in Upper Darby, but they called it Darby Heights instead of like Clifton Heights and Darby Borough. They called it Darby Heights. Then there was another movie that came out a little bit before that. They weren't that good. I think Jamie Kennedy was one. You know, Jamie. you already jumped the shark. You're done. Take your money, go buy a bar somewhere, restaurant, and live your life out. Okay, but it was really cool to see those guys there. They were talking it up, and they're really into it. A guy basically, he was in Delco, left, came back, right, and then the one lady who was a voice actor, right. Her name was Lisa something or other, right. She was there, and she was great. She would talk to anybody. She would sign anything for you, right. Nicest person in the world from Delco, right. So just showing how great Delco is. She couldn't wait to come back to Delco to, talked about the movie, right? And star in the movie. So, everybody, if you get a chance, right? One, look up Delco the movie. Where's my finger? Look up Delco the movie. Two, listen for when the great Media Comicon comes back this time next year, right? Hopefully it'll be bigger and better. Hopefully they get a bigger venue, excuse me. Even though the menu was pretty good, they had a taco truck outside. But hopefully they get a bigger venue because really they crammed a lot of people into that room, right? But it was still pretty cool. I mean, Delco Spidey was there, Delco Batman was there, retired Wonder Woman was there, who she was a hoot, man. It was great. And then then they had the Delco Ghostbusters were there, right? A bunch of guys in the with their Ghostbusters outfit. And if you guys know me from Delco Live, Al was there with his family, all Delco Ghostbustered up. Great costumes, by the way. They put a lot of work into it. So it was fun. It was a blast. Guys, get a chance, right? Make this one of those fests that you go to every year, right? The great Media Comicon. And it's right after the Media Film Fest, right? So, it's media, media, media. It's not bad going to media and not having to go to court, if you know what I mean. So, Mad Darbarian, out. Loved it all.